Today's topic is blood clotting. What is blood clotting? It is the process of forming the clots of blood outside the body after an injury. Whenever any injury takes place in our body and blood starts oozing out, to stop the excessive loss of blood undergoes the process of clotting. It forms a clot so that more blood cannot come out of the body. Blood clotting is also known as, you can also call it blood coagulation, or it can also be called as agglutination of blood agglutination. So one and same thing, blood clotting, blood agglutination and blood coagulation. Let us study the entire process in detail. What happens first of all at the place of injury, at the site of injury? Broken blood platelets, they come at the site of injury. Broken blood platelets, they release a platelet. I have written P, platelet factor 3. There are several factors involved, but here you have to focus main only on platelet factor 3. So repeating, at the place of injury, platelets, they release platelet factor 3, which is actually also called thromboplastin. Thromboplastin found in platelet, so it can also be called as platelet thromboplastin. At the site of injury, platelets release platelet thromboplastin or platelet factor 3, one and same thing. At the same time, when platelets release this factor, at the same moment, our injured tissue, the tissue which has undergone injury, the tissue also release thromboplastin. This thromboplastin was of platelet and this is found in blood, which is a kind of protein and fat, lipoprotein, mixture of fat, lipids and proteins. So both types of thromboplastin, or you can call thromboplastin and platelet factor 3, platelet factor 3 and thromboplastin both combine in the presence of calcium and some blood proteins and result in the formation of enzyme called prothrombinase. An enzyme. What are the functions of enzymes? To catalyze some chemical reactions. So this catalyzes the activation of heparin into inactivation. So it causes, prothrombinase actually causes inactivation of heparin. This is the first step of blood clotting. So first step of blood clotting over here, repeating the first step, platelets factor, platelets at the site of injury, they release platelet factor 3. At the same time, injured tissue also release thromboplastin. So both platelet factor 3 and thromboplastin combine in the presence of calcium ion and some blood protein and result in the formation of prothrombinase, which is an enzyme. So first step of blood clotting over here. Now second step begins. What are the roles of prothrombinase? This prothrombinase causes inactivation of heparin. What is heparin? A blood protein, a protein found in our blood which does not allow the clotting of blood inside the body. If we have heparin in our body, the blood will never clot inside the body. So now what we have to do? We have to do clotting of the blood. Blood has to clot at the site of injury to prevent the excessive loss of blood. So first role will be to inactivate this heparin, because unless it is inactivated, it will not allow the clotting. So prothrombinase convert active heparin into inactive heparin. Then another role of prothrombinase is, there is another protein found in blood which is prothrombin. So prothrombinase also converts prothrombin into thrombin. Repeating, prothrombinase, which is an enzyme released by the combination of platelet factor 3 and thromboplastin. This prothrombinase converts active heparin into inactive heparin, and also prothrombinase converts prothrombin into thrombin. Now this thrombin causes depolarization of fibrinogen. What is fibrinogen? Third step begins here. Now after the formation of thrombin, third step begins here. What is fibrinogen? Fibrinogen is a protein found in our blood plasma So thrombin first causes depolarization of fibrinogen. Depolarization means this is polymer. Fibrinogen is a polymer. So this thrombin breaks fibrinogen into its monomers. Then again it causes its polymerization. So fibrinogen is repolymerized by the action of thrombin, and fibrinogen, when it undergoes the process of repolarization, it produces fibrin. Fibrin are the monomers of fibrin is the polymer for the polymer of fibrinogen, and these are long threads like structure which unite, undergo complex structure, and clothes the injured tissue. They sew the injured tissue. In this way clotting takes place. And do remember, for the process of clotting we need vitamin K. Vitamin K is necessary for the process of blood clotting. Why so? Because a thromboplastin, a factor which we have done, we need vitamin K. In the absence of vitamin K, blood clotting can never take place. Why so? Because this prothrombin is formed in our liver, and to form this, liver needs vitamin K. If any body is lacking of vitamin K, then liver of that body will be unable to produce prothrombin, and if prothrombin is not formed, thrombin will never be formed, then fibrinogen will be fail to form fibrin, and unless fibrins are formed, clotting can never take place. So this is all about the process of blood clotting.